morning. Welcome to Yellow Door Urban Homestead. I am Asia, and I'm an urban gardener growing in a small space in my backyard. It is quail butchering day. A lot of people have asked for this video. I'm a bit nervous about posting it because while a lot of people have asked for it, I am sure there are people who are not interested in seeing it. And if you are one of those people, I would admonish you, ask you, advise you not to watch. I am in an urban setting. A part of homesteading is growing your own food, and in some cases that does include meat for people who eat meat, for people who want to know how to grow their own meat, to have a sustainable way to have meat. Quail is my choice. They are cute, they are small, they are tiny, and so people don't normally want to see those types of things be processed, or anything be processed, honestly. So this is a quail processing video. If you're not interested, please click off now. So update on how I'm feeling. I'm better. I'm a lot better now. I have been sick for a week now. I'm way better now. These are just the ending results, I guess, of having the flu. But I'm doing better, and I want to say thank you so much for everyone who left a comment telling me to get better, praying, sending good vibes. I very much appreciate that. My energy is not my energy is not what it normally is. So I apologize for that. But I need to process the quail. We will go over some of the things, like how to tell if they're male or if they're female. I'm gonna try to weigh them, but I don't know that they're gonna be chill enough for me to weigh them. I have a small scale that I use for vegetables and things, but I don't know that they're gonna be chill enough. And I'm also gonna turn that lat pot off. I'm just gonna unplug it while I do this video because I don't know how I don't know why it's beeping. But even that is doing well. My sunflower didn't come up, so I took the sunflower out and put another tomato in, and then I had one sunflower that didn't come up, and well, it did come up, but then it what do you call it? Oh, it dampened off. So I planted another one. And yeah, so anyway, the one thing you're gonna need, literally the one supply or tool, is a pair of scissors. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna grab a female or a male. I'm gonna show you what how you know the difference. I'm gonna try to weigh them. I am still on the fence about keeping 5. So today we're gonna keep 5. Also cuts down on the amount of time I have to stand here and do this. Also, it is 9:36 in the morning, and so my daughter is asleep. My son is at work. It's a quiet time. I will tell you, this does not get easier. I basically get myself together. I get my emotions in check before I start to do this. And so I have gotten my emotions in check this morning, and we're gonna go ahead and do some processing. I personally don't use gloves. If you want to use gloves, you absolutely can use gloves. I don't. It's not a big deal to me. That lead pot is still beeping and it's not plugged in. I guess it's the lead pot. Huh, I don't know. Anyway, so right now we have a female. I always tell you the speckled chest. If you have a feather sexable breed, and this is Caternix. This is an Egyptian Caternix, and this is a female Caternix quail. Get her a little bit closer for you. She's a pretty big one. If we remember, I was feeding them the wrong food. So she's a pretty big one. I don't know. She's definitely not going to be chill enough for me to weigh her. But let's see. So she was 1.6 ounce. It's most of the meat is in the breast. And for the ones I'm doing today, I'm just gonna take all of the feathers off, all of the skin off. The next time when I'm feeling better, I plan to pluck some of them because I want to see how they taste fried with the skin on. But for the purposes of today, we are not doing that because I'm not feeling my best, but I do need to get this done. So I'm going to do this in my sink. I always do. I have plastic bags over here. I've cleaned out the sink really well. When I finish, I will do the same thing, but everything is gonna go into the bag because I'm gonna put it all into the compost pile. You want to get a hold around the feathers as much as you can. Make sure you have a hold around the feathers, and then you just want to hang her upside down. And this will calm her because the blood is going to rush to her head, which is what I have heard in my research. And I'm simply going to take the scissors and go right here. I'm not going to show that, but that's what we're going to do. And once she's calm, that's when I will do it. My heart is beating so fast. My heart is beating fast. This is my third time processing. And so I've done it. I'm gonna hold her for a few minutes, that is seconds, until I don't feel her body, her muscles moving anymore. And that's just the reaction. And she was pretty big. Basically, it's just draining the blood. Once the blood drains out, the body will stop. And so now the body stopped. Pretty sure that was less than a minute. Okay, so now we have her. We're gonna go ahead and cut off the, we're gonna cut off the wings first. And we're just gonna take the scissors, go under the wing. Just start pouring raining. And we're gonna cut the wing. And we're gonna do the same with the next wing. And then we're gonna cut right below the knee. Both of them that way. We're gonna turn it over. Right here at the breastbone, their skin is very thin, so we can tear it right there and start to pull it off. And it comes off pretty simple, pretty easy. Everything comes off really easy on a quail. The legs just kind of pop out like that. and it just kind of comes off. It's pretty simple. And then those last few feathers in the back, cut those. I mean, you can pull those out pretty easy too. And then you have the neck left and the gizzard and all of that stuff. But you're just gonna turn it over and cut right down the back. Right against the backbone. And you may still feel a little bit of muscle movement, and that's fine. But you're gonna go right down the back, both sides. Nice pair of scissors would make it a lot easier. And you open it up, and you should be able to pull pretty much everything straight out. Just like that. And you have the livers and stuff. I don't keep any of that. It all goes into the compost pile. But you want to make sure you go in there and get everything out. And if you can see, I'm still getting a little bit of muscle movement. But you're gonna want to get everything out of there. Just like that. And then just rinse it. And I put my stopper in the sink, not like down in and so it can trap the water, but so it can trap any feathers that may still be on it. Now, something I haven't seen before are the red, y'all can see I'm kind of shaking, but you know, it is not an easy process, but it is a process nonetheless. I haven't ever seen this, so I think you could probably see. I'm gonna look that up because I don't know what it is. And before I eat it, I want to make sure that it's safe to eat. And then I'm just gonna drop this in the water. But that's what we're looking like, and that's what a quail looks like. And I may not drop this one in that water because I don't know what that extra redness is. So I'm gonna look it up. It may come out after soaking it in the salt water. Oh, that's what's in my container, salt water. So we're gonna just sit her down right there. And actually we're gonna sit her on this side so I can wash my hands. It's very important that you know, keep your hands clean during this process. When you're moving about to go get the next quail, you need to wash your hands if you have to touch a doorknob or something. No different from chicken in the way that, you know, bacteria and things can absolutely grow. And I know I'm gonna use paper towels to dry my hands just so that I'm not getting it on my towels and things. And then the paper towel can also go into the compost pile. So now we have a male, tan chest, no specs. That's gonna be our male. So we're gonna do him next. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can weigh him. He's not nearly as big as the female was. He's about 8 ounces. Okay, so we ended up doing 6 of them, and I left some because some of them were pretty small, like, you know, 6 ounces. These are between like right at 8 and 1 pound. So those are the ones that I did. I did not do like 5 female because I'm still on the fence about keeping some, and they were a good size, but I had way more males, roosters this time than I had females. I really have to figure out what's beeping because I thought, actually, I mean, I'm sure it's the lap pot. Unless it's not the big one and it's the small one. Something is beeping, y'all, and I gotta figure out which one it is. Have you heard which one is beeping? I thought it was this one. Well, and I know that's what I'm saying. That's not on. So it must be that one, the old one beeping. I thought it was a new one. Anyway, so we're going to put these in the refrigerator. And some people put them on ice first. From what I understand, the ice is just to keep them from going stiff. But this is really cold water with salts in it. And I'm going to go ahead and put these into the refrigerator, let them sit for a little while. And then we are going to vacuum seal them. So actually, it just dawned on me. I normally let the quail meat sit for a few days in the refrigerator and in the cold. So we're not gonna vacuum seal them on this video, but I promise I will come back and show you how I vacuum seal them. Basically, I just let them dry out a little bit in the refrigerator and then I vacuum seal them. But for today, we're gonna go ahead and end the video. By the way, I looked up the dark spots. It said it could be bruising. It could be bacteria. So, better safe than sorry. We are not going to eat those, but they will go into the compost pile because I'm not 100% sure and I just want to be safe. That's one thing I will say is when you are, you know, doing your own meat, make sure you do it safely. And so I'm not going to eat those. I'll put them in the compost pile. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to visit me over on Instagram where I post about the things going on in the garden almost every day. Bye, y'all.